de quedar Suecia.
With lethal support weapons, as allies and partners have done for a long time, and then also with urgent non-lethal support. But at the same time, we need also a more long-term perspective. And in addition to stepping up the short-term urgent need for support to Ukraine, we also need to have a perspective that goes a bit beyond the coming weeks and months. And especially we need to also look into a future where this war has ended. And that's the reason why I expect the foreign ministers, when they meet tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, to start to agree on a more long-term partnership where we can look into how we can help Ukraine not only with the immediate need to defend themselves against Russia's brutal war of aggression, but also to move closer to NATO by implementing reforms, by continuing to modernize the defense and security institutions, including fighting corruption, and by moving from Soviet-era equipment standards doctrines to NATO standards and doctrines. This will also improve interoperability between Ukrainian forces and NATO forces. A lot has already happened, but we need to do more, and we need to work on this on a more multi-year, long-term perspective. The NATO-Ukraine Commission is an important platform. It has met regularly at the ambassadorial level. Now, you are correct, it is some time since last time we met at the ministerial level, but we should continue to meet at different levels, including at the ministerial level also in the future, because this is a way to address a wide range of issues, including issues related not only to support, economic, military support to Ukraine, but also issues as reform, the fight against corruption, and minority rights. So this platform is an important platform to strengthen further our relationship with Ukraine.
Okay, Kiev Post.
Sami Tejima from the Kiev Independent. I wanted to ask, today we speak of Finland's accession to NATO to strengthen Finland's security. How do you assess European security would have looked like if Ukraine had been able to join NATO prior to Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine? And will it be ever possible for Ukraine to join the alliance?
Por cierto, que le preguntan también si Ucrania entra en la OTAN o no, y no entra, pero como si lo pareciera. El caso es que dice Jens Stoltenberg que tienen que mejorar muchísimas cosas dentro del país, no solo la capacidad militar e implementar una serie de reformas estructurales dentro de la propia Ucrania, sino también mejorar la oficina anticorrupción y algún otro tipo de tareas y cuestiones relacionadas con el tipo de aportaciones que se realizan desde el PIB y cómo se realizan, así como la diferenciación también de la justicia, etcétera. Una serie de reformas que es obligatorio para cualquier miembro que entre en la OTAN. De momento, eso sí, con ese Consejo de Seguridad lo que están viendo es que la OTAN de facto acaba tomando decisiones prácticamente de forma conjunta con la propia presidencia de Ucrania. Volvemos hasta allí.
And of course the whole issue of membership will not be relevant. So the first step towards any membership of Ukraine into NATO is to ensure that Ukraine prevails. And that's also the reason why NATO allies and partners have provided unprecedented support for Ukraine, why we continue to do so, and why we at the meeting tomorrow again will call on allies to sustain and further step up support to Ukraine, militarily, lethal, non-lethal, but also of course economic and financial support to Ukraine. So this is the first and most urgent and most important step. The second is that we are then also looking into how can we develop our political relationship with Ukraine, and some of the ideas we have of how we can expand the work we do on more long-term reforms, institution building, transition from Soviet era to NATO standards, interoperability. Of course, all of this also helps to move Ukraine closer to Euro-Atlantic integration to the NATO family. So I think these things are very interlinked. I cannot give you an exact date, but what I can say is that allies are extremely focused on ensuring that Ukraine prevails. We provide unprecedented level of support, and we're now looking into how can we further develop our political relationship, because for NATO it is extremely important to continue to demonstrate that NATO's door remains open, as we'll do tomorrow when Finland will become a full member, as we'll do when we finalize the accession process for Sweden, hopefully in the near future, and then as we'll continue to demonstrate in the coming years.
Anadolu.
Thank you. Secretary General, you said you are going to work hard for Sweden's membership. Have you been suggesting them anything? Because
Le pregunta sobre Suecia, habla él también de Finlandia, que entrará mañana de forma oficial en la OTAN. Está convencido, dice, ya están todo hecho, todas las revisiones perfectamente dadas, los parlamentos que tenían que dar su visto bueno también lo han hecho, no hay ningún tipo de veto por parte de los países de la OTAN y finalmente Finlandia, dentro de esa frontera con Rusia, verá redoblado precisamente el esfuerzo militar que puede realizarse en cuanto a términos de defensa dentro del país. Es importante porque también linda de alguna manera con Rusia y esto va a hacer, dice Stoltenberg, que esté más protegido y a su vez sobre Suecia, que se queda fuera, no pasa nada, siguen trabajando en ello y tener a Finlandia como vecino dentro de la OTAN ya le supone un esfuerzo, un aumento en la seguridad que también verá como el propio pueblo sueco, bueno, pues se beneficia de todo ello. Volvemos con Jens Stoltenberg, volvemos con el secretario general de la OTAN en este día previo a la entrada de Finlandia, precisamente oficialmente ya dentro de esta organización.
Look fully eye to eye in Ankara and at the NATO headquarters. So then we have to address those issues. And the best way of addressing those issues is to sit down, meet, consult, and find a way forward. And therefore, I welcome the fact that when I visited President Erdogan some weeks ago, we actually agreed on two things. We agreed on that he could move forward on finalizing the Swedish accession, and President Erdogan, the Turkish parliament,